Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, and as we wait for the next update to Subnautica Below Zero Early Access, I thought we might check out a little Age of Wonders Planetfall, the new installment in the Age of Wonders series. This is Age of Wonders 3 Planetfall, and I am a big fan of the original, the old school games. I've got thousands of hours in Age of Wonders 2 and hundreds of hours in Age of Wonders 3, so I kind of know what I'm doing here, but I'm still a novice with Planetfall, so I may make some mistakes, and I'm going to try to keep this moving along as quickly as possible, so I won't be putting too much effort and time and effort into my decision makings, and that will probably show in me making a lot of stupid decisions. But let's get started. So we've got, if you're not familiar with Age of Wonders at all, we've got a starting colony here, and we need to expand. It is a 4X game. Explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate, and that's what we're going to be doing with this game. So we've got, in our starting colony here, we've got an army led by our hero Jack Gelder. We've got a second army led by our hero Dayu Zhang with two robot scouts attached to her. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to move this bike out of this first starting army, and then move our second hero into this starting army, leaving these two scouts by themselves. But these three vehicles all have high movement points, so they're going to be our scouts as we get the lay of the land here. Now, this is the first mission of the campaign. Each campaign starts on a randomly generated map, so I don't really know what we got going on on this map. We're going to have to explore to find out. We've got some starting objectives here. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, we want to search for survivors at this nearby chemical mastery manufacturing plant. We need to find an alien ship, which is way off to the northeast. And we've got to locate Tapples. Tapples is the friend of Dayu Zhang. It's a robotic friend, and we've got to retrieve Tapples. Tapples is up at port 6 here, which actually on this map spawned very close to our starting colony, so that's a good thing. But our overall strategy here in the early stages of an Age of Wonders game is to use the strongest possible army that we can put together and clean up these. So we've got some low-level mobs here. We've got a low-level mob camped out here. We've got a low-level mobs camped out here, and we've got some more scattered around in these starting sectors that we're going to try to be leveling up our starting armies by fielding the strongest possible army. And actually, with that in mind, you know, I don't think we need to do much exploration right now. Why don't we let the exploration happen kind of organically, in which case what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Dayu Zhang as the leader and make her the leader of a second smaller army, but we're going to put one of these scouts into our other army and the other scout back into the starting army. So right now, why don't we move around toward this chemical manufacturing facility, since it is pretty close. And I know that turn-based strategy games aren't always the most exciting thing to watch on the YouTubes, so I'm going to try to keep this moving along as quickly as possible. So down here on the right-hand corner, this is basically telling you everything you have to do before you can complete the turn. It's telling me that one of our goals is to search for survivors, another one is to find the alien ship. We already did all this, and another one is to locate Tapples. And now we need to set some production in our starting colony here. This is Paragon. And to begin with, the game wants us to create a central biofarm. Now, if you look in the central upper panel here for Paragon, once we've selected it, it tells us that we're producing a little bit of food, a lot of energy, a lot of production materials, and a good amount of knowledge for a starting game. Plus 25 is not too bad. But the game wants us to construct a biofarm here to supplement the food output that's going on at our starting colony. So let's go ahead and do that. And what can we set up as a second production? So this is the production queue here. It's going to start with the biofarm. Then it's going to move along to a Vanguard trooper. All right, with that done, we can, and our starting armies moved a little bit, we can end our first turn. Turn 2 since Planetfall. Now here's another, this is another low-level mob that we can use to start leveling up our armies. We're going to try to steamroll these starting mobs with the most powerful army that we can field in order to build their experience without losing too many units. So let's head into our first combat. It is, what is it, 6, 7, 8, 9 against 3 fairly low-level mobs. These are Tier 1 skirmishers called Quartzite, and we should be able to mop these up pretty easily. Alright, this is the tactical battle screen. So the game is split into two things. The two sections, the world map, which is strategy, and then down here you get like an XCOM style tactical battle that you can wage pretty quickly and easily. Our hero unit here, Dayu Zhang, she is in an APC right now. She's mounted in an APC. APCs cannot conduct Overwatch, so we're just going to kind of move her out of the way a little bit. Move this bike. This bike also cannot conduct Overwatch, so we want to move him out of the way a little bit, make sure he's behind a little bit of cover so that they don't... We're just trying to get... So we've got two armies here, right? We've got 6 guys over on one side, and then we got these 3 weak units that making up the other army right now. So we want to kind of keep them out of trouble until we can get some real action going on. Just move our little scout around here. He should be fine there for now. They're probably not going to attack this weak army over here. This other army, we're going to go and set all these guys up on Overwatch and see if we can get these critters to walk into our guns. I'm not too worried about them being behind cover on this first turn. We're just going to move them up and get them online. Let's get our hero unit. We do kind of want behind cover. He's actually behind cover right now. Maybe we just leave him right where he is and move these other trooper units up online. This guy can move up here and be behind some half cover. And now we can go Overwatch in, let's see, so you hit Overwatch and then you give them a direction to be overwatching. Overwatch that direction, Overwatch that direction, Overwatch that direction, Overwatch that direction. And now we've got another scout in this unit. These scouts do have some powers, but we're not going to use them on the first turn. We're ready. We should be ready. You just hang out, and you're done moving, and you just hang out. And now we can end this turn. See what the enemy is going to do. Enemy is going to just wait for us to come to them. They're not moving at all this turn, so our Overwatch isn't going to be very effective. So we're just going to have to keep pushing up. Should I push? I'm going to push these guys all the way up to cover now and put them on Overwatch again. Get up in cover. That's not really cover there. That's cover there. And put them on Overwatch. These guys can just wait. Let's worry about these guys for now. Do you want to get on Overwatch? Now, we are playing on advanced difficulty, which is normal difficulty. There are 3 difficulties, and advanced is the middle one, so I call it. So it's beginner, advanced, expert, I think. We can put these guys on Overwatch. Let me explain how the movement works here. You've got 3 movement turns, 3 movement stages, right? So if you fire from this first starting area, you get 3 shots. If you fire from this second area, you get 2 shots. If you fire from the third area, you get 1 shot. And then if you can move all the way up to here, but you won't have any shots that you can take up there. So let's keep these guys behind cover and on Overwatch for the time being. And let's move our hero. I'm going to move our hero no, not all the way up. He doesn't really have any great places to go. Let's put him up behind cover here and put him on Overwatch. He'll only get 1 Overwatch shot as a result, but that's okay. Now for our scout unit here, he's got 2 powers that he can use. He's got a laser that he can actually fire at guys, but he's also got a targeting field. So any enemies that we hit with the targeting field become 35% easier to hit for 2 turns. I'm going to move him up, but I don't think he's going to be in range. His targeting field may be in range of this guy. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's try a targeting field on one of these enemies. Now that enemy will be easier to hit. And we have a second scout here that we can move up and target one of the enemies too. Well, obviously we'll target a different enemy with his targeting field. This guy. Now 2 of the enemies that we're facing are 35% easier to hit. Move up our hero encased in an APC, and she's actually within range of her cannon for this first enemy. We only grazed it for 6 damage, and that's kind of a weak sound, by the way, devs. We move our bike up. Our bike is not within range of any of these guys. So, in fact, if he's not going to be in range there, I'm just going to move him back behind full cover. And now we can end this turn, and let's see how our enemies react. Firing some chained laser at the APC. Missed their first shot, missed their second shot. Grazed us and grazed the bike here. Second enemy also shooting at our drone, unfortunately. These guys got an Overwatch shot. This guy, they're targeting the drones right now because it's the guys that they have the best eyes on. But we should be able to remedy that pretty quickly here. Our targeting fields from our drones are on cooldown now. They'll need another 2 turns before we can use them again. But we can move the drone up and actually use its laser to engage here. So laser. Oh yeah, they did some good damage on him. And now let's move up another fella. Move up one of our troopers here and engage with his assault rifle. 85% chance to hit. Enemy and destroyed. He's down. Great. Let's move these troopers up and engage these guys behind half cover. 7 damage. 7 damage. So he only got 2 shots because he moved into the light blue area here. Let's move this guy up. He's going to be fine. We can move him all the way up. I think we can take this last guy out with 1 shot. Especially because we're going to be hitting him from the flank here with no cover. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's down. Oh,
Enemy destroyed.
Enemy has been destroyed. Well done, fellers. All right, now let's move our hero up. Our hero's not going to be able to do much up here. But he does have a relatively long-range weapon, so maybe he's going to... No, he's not going to be able to do anything. We'll just move him all the way up to cover here, even though he's not going to be able to do anything. He'll just hunker down there. These guys can move up and be within range, I believe. Yeah, a little bit within range. 80% chance to hit behind half cover there. 7 damage with the assault rifle, another 7 damage. Good. All right, so he's down to half health. Our hero here needs to be told to do nothing this turn. Let's move the APC up. APC's taking a little bit of damage here, but should be able to hit this guy. 70% chance to hit, and he's down. That was easy.
They never stood a chance.
They never stood a chance, guys. Thanks to your help. Yay, congratulations, Jack Gelder. Production resources, we moved onto that square, and it gave us... There was a pickup there that gives us a choice between automatically building a central replicator factory, which is what we're already in the process of building, or a specialist training center, which will let us build pugs. So let's go ahead and build a specialist training center using the resources we just gained from moving on to that. Now, these guys here are an NPC faction. These guys... Hold on. The computer will tell us something when we get up on them. All right, we can't get up on them on this turn, but we'll talk a little bit about the NPCs in just a minute. On our next turn. In the meantime, I don't think there's anything else for us to do. We've already got production going on at Pavanpur, so let's just... Oh, we have to set some research. All right, so we got 2 research categories, military and society. For our first military research, we're going to get some nanite support going. That's going to give us an ability that we can use in combat, which can heal units in combat. Oops, I meant to set the society research as long as we were in here. We'll go with frontier facilities. That allows us to build a recreation dome and a colonizer, which we're going to need soon. All right, now we can end the turn. Enemies are moving. There wasn't much for them to do there. Let's move our hero up 1 space. Stop! Hold it right there, filthy renegades. Return to your hovels immediately. We won't have to put you down like dogs. What madness is this, soldier? Is this how the returning crew of a sleeper mission is welcomed home these days? Step aside. Let me talk to your superiors. A sleeper mission? Impossible, says the Empire Trooper. There are no more ships arriving from the void. Don't lie to me, Ruby Squad, Emerald Squad, Sapphire Squad. You're all madmen. You know what? I'll speak with the prefect. He'll show us how... you how we deal with traitors. Hard to believe these wretched creatures were once proud Union citizens. I always felt the Paragon were going too far with their cybernetic enhancements, but this, are they even still human? And what about them calling us renegades? They could be trouble.
Objective completed.
So we have a new objective now, which is to, well, find the Vanguard squad leaders is one objective. But we also want to appease the Paragon. So this is an NPC faction. We can either try to be friends with them, or we can just attack them and try to wipe them out. The game, as the first mission on our campaign, wants us to appease them. So we're going to have to do what we can to do that and not attack them and wipe them out. With that in mind, let's move our armies onto the next little batch of mobs that we might be able to take out. And there's a pickup along the way here, too. This pickup is... it's not. There's an Imperial production stash there, so let's move our army onto the pickup. Gives us a bunch of materials, 43 materials. Move our second army along with us, so that we can attack this small mob together, so that we maximize our chances of not losing any units and keeping and building XP for the existing armies. The game is telling us that Paragon can annex its first sector. So neighboring sectors can be attached to the colony sector and provide their resources to the colony sector. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to annex a sector. But to do that, we need to move an enemy unit into the sector. Why don't we wait until the next turn? We can use, well, we can move our units and take out these low-level mobs and then move them onto this pin here, which is where you need to move your units so that you can annex the sector. For now, we'll end the turn. Oh, we got some bad guys that just popped in over here. This is going to be a quest from the Paragon faction. Think of the children. Ruffians, outlaws, thugs, how dare they oppose the will of the Paragon? While we struggle to feed the children of our land, these robbers plunder and steal, causing the poor to suffer. There's no future in this. Jack Gelder, will you rid us of their menace? Hell yeah, we will, because we want you to be our friends. We're not going to do it this turn, though, because we want to build a little bit more XP before. These guys are going to be tougher. These guys, there are 4 of them, first of all, versus 3, and one of them is a Tier 2 unit, a Vanguard skirmisher. So let's try to build up a little bit of XP before we go take them on. We've got a number of turns. Let's see, we've got 10 turns to complete that objective. So for now, let's just, I don't know if are we going to be able to move? Okay, thanks to the APC, we can move them all the way across and now start our second battle. Again, low-level mobs, 2 Tier 1 skirmishers, and a Tier 1 beetle baby. All right, down to the tactical map. Enemies get the first turn because we're attacking, they're defending. They're heading for our second army here. Oh no, our first army's on the right this time. Okay, good. All right, so they're all heading for the first army. We're definitely not going to be able to do anything with them this first turn because they're all behind a bunch of obstacles. So let's just move our guys up as best we can. Whoops, I did not mean. Now here's an issue that I'm having with the game already. Flying units make it really hard to click and move stuff efficiently. It's too easy to click on a flying unit instead of clicking on the hex that you want. So let's move my hero up a little bit and put him on over. We'll put all these guys on Overwatch after they're moved. Let's put these guys. We can push them all the way up here. I'm not too worried about having them in cover on this first turn. And then Overwatch that way, Overwatch that way, Overwatch that way, Overwatch that way. And this guy cannot Overwatch, but he can sit there and wait, and then Overwatch. This guy's behind full cover and has no line of sight out this direction. Well, a little bit, maybe over that half cover there, so we'll put him on Overwatch too. The bike cannot Overwatch. Let's just move him into cover for now. That's our cavalry. We'll use him as needed as cavalry. And again, for the APC, let's just move the APC over as close to the other units as we can so that we're utilizing them as one army instead of 2. He's just going to have to sit there and wait at that, sit there and wait, and then this other scout, he can fly, so he can go right over their heads and then sit there and wait. And that should do it for the first turn. Let's see how the enemies react. Still going off after that first strong army. Oh, good. He got caught. on Overwatch. Changed his mind. Decided he didn't want to go that way. Now he's coming back. He's going to get in a shot with his acid spit, poison spit stuff. But 2 Overwatch reaction shots whittled him way the heck down. And that's it. And then this guy just hung out there for some reason. He's not doing anything. And this guy he was restricted in how far he could move, which puts him in beautiful, beautiful spot for us to shoot at. We're moving him within this first sector of hexes, so he's going to have 3 shots with his assault rifle. 1 does 8 damage, 2 does 8 damage, 3 does 8 damage, and he's down to just a quarter of his health. Great. Can he can take a shot from here? Excellent. And he's down.
Enemy eliminated.
Yeah, great. Now let's use our unit, our scout unit here to take out this other guy who's kind of hidden back over here. We'll use the laser on him.
Enemy
All right.
eliminated.
Now he's down 2. And move up our hero all the way up to this heavy cover. Should be able to take 1 shot on this enemy. Nope, no line of sight. All right, well, let's put him on Overwatch and see if this guy walks into our bullets. Got some troopers we can move up. He can engage. 55% chance of hit, but I'm going to take it. Grazed him on 1 shot. Hit him for 8 damage on the 2nd shot. All right, pretty good. All right, let's move this guy all the way up too. And he's got a shot. Now this environment is totally destructible. We could be trying to blow up. Shoot, if I had line of sight on this feature here, we could blow that up and do a lot of damage to him. But I don't have line of sight on it, so I can't engage. So we're just going to engage with the assault rifle. Grazed him for 4 damage. Grazed him for 4 damage. He's down to about 2/3 health. Now we can move our cavalry in for the kill. Let's get our bike up here. Still out of range. We can move him up 1 more slot. Nope, still out of range. All right, well, let's just try to get him into some cover then. Can our scout put a targeting beam on this guy? He's out of range of the targeting beam. So I'm just going to leave him where he is. And then the APC, our hero encased APC, she's not going to be able to engage either. No, that's still too far out of range. All right, so move you up, and you'll be in sort of cover there. Yeah, this bike's not in a great position, but they're done. They're all done. All right, let's see what our enemy does here. Still going for the early army. He got close enough to leap on our hero and do some damage. Probably staggered him too. Is Jack staggered? I think he is. But we'll be able to take this guy out, no problem. Now, I would like to engage with Jack, but I'm not. Yeah, I guess that's going to take him. That should take him all the way out. This guy has a melee Overwatch attack, so if we attack him and don't take him out, he's going to strike back at us with a melee attack.
Enemy eliminated.
But we eliminated him, so we're all good.
Our forces are victorious.
Our forces are victorious! That's all they say. That's all he ever says when you win a battle. That's going to get old so freaking fast. All right, but we won, guys, and we got a bunch of energy as a reward for that. Great. And we also now have, underneath this unit, there's a derelict power plant. And if we make this one of our working sectors, that will add to the amount of energy being produced here. So that's good. So now, let's see, can I move Jack onto this pin? Good. And now we can annex this sector as a province for Pavenburg. And all the good stuff in this sector, if you look over here on the right, we've got production resources and energy resources due to it being a mountainous region, production and energy due to it being an arid region, and a derelict power plant providing +10 energy on that. So this is a good sector because it's got that bonus energy. We definitely want that. We want to annex that as a neighboring sector for our starting colony. We've still got 10 turns before we have to complete this. we have to take these guys out. I think we may be able to take out one more. Let's see if we get this 2 turns across to here, and then 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 turns back. We should still be able to do both of these. So let's see if we can bank a little bit more XP by moving our guys across to this other sector and doing one more batch of low level mobs. We've built a new trooper here. We can start moving him. Let's see if we can move him so that he meets our other army on the way to this other sector. Now, so mountains do not create an impenetrable barrier anywhere. You can get over them. Yes, they slow you down a lot, but you can get over them all. Set production because we finished production of the trooper there. We can now build a pug. I'd really rather do a little bit more. We can build a skirmisher barracks here, but I'm not. So that we'll be able to build assault bikes if we do that, which I'm not that crazy about the assault bikes. I don't think they're that powerful, but we'll go ahead and build it so that it's built, and then end the turn. All right, we've got 9 turns left on that Paragon mission. So let's see if we can get over to the other side of these mountains before that expires. That's probably going to be all we can do here. We've got this one little unit over here. He can move up to the top of that mountain, and that's about it. Yeah, it's going to... Oh, shoot. I don't think he went where I wanted him to go, but... He didn't. He didn't even go into the mountains. I think I just misclicked there. Pavenburg has an unexploited sector. Oh, okay, so we annexed this sector, but we haven't actually built anything that's going to help us out there. Now, I think that we want to build on the amount of energy that's being produced there. So let's dedicate this neighboring sector to energy production. So we'll exploit it as an energy producing sector. Now we can end the turn. My misclick there, it looks like we've completed some research. Yes, man build a spade, yes. We've completed this research.
Quantum-powered molecular machines are not magic, they're science.
They're science, guys! So let's move on to smart defense modules. And for our society research, let's move on to food development so that we can upgrade our food production in our starting colony. I already did that.
Our colonies...
Yeah, I already did it, guys. Thank you. But thank you. I do appreciate the help. Now we gotta slowly continue moving our guys across these mountains. That's fine for you. Oh, we actually made it in one turn, which I was not expecting. And now I've got my guys split up. They're not neighboring anymore. And that unit, maybe we wait one more turn. We've still got 8 turns left before we have to complete that objective. So let's wait one more turn. You just hang out there. And we'll see if we can merge these guys and get them all to attack at the same time. Our APC's freaking out. Chill out, my friend. Okay. Can we get this guy in there? Good. Now we've got an even stronger army to take out these, again, fairly low-level mobs, but this Hopperhound Blade Maw is a Tier 2 skirmisher. He's going to be a little bit tougher than these Tier 1 Hopperhound Manhunters. So go ahead and attack. Now, I like how fast-paced they've streamlined a lot of this, you know, and it's a very fine line, in my opinion, between streamlining and dumbing down. XCOM is probably the most successful streamlining without dumbing down I've ever seen, the new XCOM. And this game does a pretty good job, too. I haven't found too much annoyingly dumbed down, and the streamlining does seem to be quite good. You're on Overwatch. My hero's moving up to... He's got no cover to move into. That'll be cover for him. Put him on Overwatch. That guy's not in cover, but we're going to risk it. See if we can just put them on a firing line and get them to do some damage as these guys move in. I'm going to move him all the way up and put him on Overwatch. He'll only get 1 Overwatch shot out of that, but that should be okay. Next unit, this is our other smaller army here. I'm not going to worry about using them to attack at all. I'm just going to worry about getting them as close to the starting army as possible. Double click to get them to move faster. And we have one more over here, our scout. You are just going to hang out, you're just going to hang out, you're just going to hang out, you're just going to hang out, and you're just going to hang out. Now we can end the turn and see what these
Operations
guys do.
available.
These guys decided to just wait for us. So they're all in defensive positions waiting for us to move in. So our overwatch was not very useful there. But, and we're going to have to cross. So this is an environmental hazard here. This is burning ground. I don't know if you can really see it very well. There's like lava there underneath this, so we don't really want to move in past that just yet. Let's see if we can find some places to put these guys where they can... Okay, he can engage. He can engage from back here. It's only a 20% chance to hit, but it may stir him. It may say, well, this isn't a great place to hang out, so now I should move in. So we'll just snipe at him a little bit. He grazed him anyway, and then put the rest of these guys on Overwatch and hope maybe we flushed them out with that little mini attack there, and they'll move into our Overwatch fire now. I think, yeah. See, now this is what I'm talking about with these flying units getting in the way. I want to click on that hex here. I can't because this flying unit is right above us. I have to move the camera to do that. That's a problem, developers, if there's anything you guys can do about that. See, it just happened again. I tried to... Goodness. And here it's happening again. I'm trying to put this guy on Overwatch facing that direction out there, but look, it's not registering because this flying unit is here. That's a problem. That's not... How did that get through quality testing? He can't go on Overwatch, but we'll just make sure that he's in a defensive stance there. And you're not behind any cover at all, but we'll put you on Overwatch. See what happens. Our APC can't go on Overwatch, but we'll just move them up. Our troopers can go on Overwatch. Let's see if we can get them up into a defensive position here and put them on Overwatch facing this direction. And then our cavalry cannot go on Overwatch. We'll just keep them out of the way back here. All right, you hang out, and you hang out with nothing to do. Now let's end the turn, see what happens. Okay, yeah, we got him to move in, and he triggered Overwatch. Good. Good. 3 Overwatch shots on him. Hurt him a lot. He was able to pounce, but again, he's walked right into our Overwatch. Oh, you're down. You're down, definitely. Now we just got the weak guys to deal with. Another Overwatch shot. Oh yeah. And one leap from him. He barely touched us. And then this guy just hunkered down. He did not try to move in at all. And we're going to be able to take him out, no problem. We got the bike right here. Yeah, that's going to hurt a lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that hurt a lot. Great. Our scout can move in and do some damage with the laser. Should we target this guy, or should we... I think we can just take him out with the laser. Well, we missed a little bit, so he's still up, but it's not the end of the world. Let's make sure our hero gets in on this, so he gets some XP out of this.
Enemy down.
Enemy down. Good. And then see what we can do with our remaining troopers to take out that last enemy over there. Yeah,
Enemy
right.
eliminated.
We are victorious.
Our forces are victorious.
Yay. Good job, everyone. We got 179 production resources out of taking that, and then underneath it, underneath our army, there's an abandoned quarry, which gives us even more production back at the colony that it's annexed to. Once our colony grows, we'll be able to annex more sectors. And we also want to build a colony vehicle, a colonizer at some point. We'll get to that soon. But for now, let's think about getting these guys back toward the objective over here. Take these guys out to please our Paragon allies, which the Paragon we hope to become our allies by pleasing them. All right, he's got no place to go. So you can see we've built up a little bit of XP on our armies here. Well, no one has actually leveled up yet, but they're getting there. They probably one more battle to start leveling these guys up quite a bit. Which means I would love to hit another battle before we actually engage these guys, but I don't think there's going to be enough turns because the closest other mob is up here, and that's going to take us 3 turns to get to, and then another 2 or 3 turns to get back to these guys. That's cutting it a little close. Let's just see what we can do with the guys that we have. We need to set some new production here. Oh, good, we can build a colonizer now, so let's get that done. And now we can end the turn. Okay. Start moving our armies over. Jack, you move in. Diang, move in. I gotta zoom out. I'm trying to keep this zoomed in as much as possible so you guys can see what's going on. But it does make it a little tricky sometimes to get the right hex. Alright, that's all we can do this turn. Whoa, more enemies have just spawned. This is going to be another... We've got now another request from the Paragons to slay these 4 units. But that's another 10 turns before we have to worry about that. So let's worry about this first group first. We're just going to bypass this second group that just spawned. Alright, 5 turns left. We've got a colonizer, but we don't really have any place to send him just yet because we don't know if it's safe over there yet. Well, I guess we can move him. We can move him close to these other armies at least. He'll be safe if he's snuggled up right next to these other armies. All right, so that's all he can do. You just hang out and wait. Now we need to set new production there. I guess we should produce now. Pugs are kind of support guys. They do have a weapon, but they can also throw out a blur cloud, which will up the unit's defense that it's targeted at, a healing charge, a resupply charge, all this other good stuff. So why don't we get a... Well, let's see. We can create a recreational dome, but our happiness... we do need a little bit of happiness already. Why don't we... Let's go ahead and mix up our unit production with our infrastructure production and get a happiness dome down there, and then build a pug and maybe another trooper. End the turn. Alright, can you reach these guys? You can. Alright, so this'll be the hardest battle. Looks like our little robot friend has found himself in some company that he's talking about Tapples, the friend of Jiang, or Dian Yang, whatever our other hero's name is. So we just got close enough to this Sector 6 up here,
Objective
Port 6,
completed.
to complete an objective, to locate to find Tapples. Now we're going to have to go in and get Tapples. We're going to have to save Tapples out of there. We're going to have to rescue him before he gets attacked by the maintenance droids that are at the port. So I think there's a countdown. Is there a countdown on that now? Save Tapples? No. So we'll get there when we get there. For now, let's continue our attack on these tougher units here. Game looks pretty good. I mean, it's not mind-blowingly good, but it is pretty good. They're splitting up. They're sending the majority of their forces after the stronger army here, and then one guy out at the weaker army. Little do they know, we're going to try to combine these armies, so their efforts are somewhat misplaced. Let's move our hero up and put him on Overwatch. Let's move our troopers up. We don't have a great place to send these guys. I'm going to put them up so they're kind of in cover there, but not really at all actually, and put them on Overwatch. So none of these guys are going to be in cover, which is probably pretty stupid of me. We'll see what happens. And then our little scout dude can just wait for something to do, wait to be useful. He can be in in good cover there and be on Overwatch. He can be in absolutely no cover and a very risky position and be on Overwatch. And then we'll move our other guys and just try to combine these armies a little bit so we don't have one weak army off here vulnerable. You're done, and you're done. And now our scout can move a really long way, all the way over to here. And that's going to end our turn. That Tier 2 unit just launched a very strong AoE attack and hurt us a lot. And set the ground around us on fire. And then this guy that I left out here in no cover at all, and I said that's probably pretty stupid. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. He got hurt pretty badly. And then this other guy got hurt pretty badly too. He wasn't really in cover either.
Available.
Yeah, I shouldn't have played so fast and loose with the cover on this because knowing that we had a Tier 2 unit there. But we do have a chance to engage him. Alright, we put the hurt on him a little bit. Got to move these guys out of that fire terrain. I'd like to put them behind cover, though, because he's pretty badly hit. He may not have a shot at anything from back there, but I want him in cover. Oh, he's got a shot. He's got one shot. And he hit for 8 damage. I'll take it. Our hero unit has to get out of this burning terrain. We don't want to run him through any other burning terrain, so he's not going to have many choices as to where he can go. We'll move him there for now, and then see if we can get him into cover. He's got no place he can go, be in cover, and take a shot. Do we take a shot? He's pretty tough. Let's see if we can keep him where he is, even though he's not in cover. We'll take out this guy, so we're sure that he's gone.
Enemy neutralized.
And only 1 or 2 enemies will be able to attack us on the next round. These guys we can push all the way up into cover here. It looks like he ran through some burning terrain there, which wasn't good, but it'll give us a shot, maybe even a flanking shot on these guys. No, not a flanking shot, but it looks like we got around the cover there. Move him up and put a shot on him. We should have targeted him with our scout first, but now maybe we can use the scout to actually finish him off. I don't know if one shot from our scout is going to do it, but let's see what happens. He missed, and he hit him with a grazing shot. Let's see if he can... No, he's too far away. He may be close enough to target him. It's kind of a waste of his targeting, but we still have the targeting on the other drone for the next turn. He's too far away to get anything good done, so let's just keep moving him up. Same with the APC hero here. We're just going to keep moving her around. And then these guys may be able to go here and get an Overwatch shot on this guy when he starts moving. Because that's a melee unit, I believe. I don't think he has any ranged attacks, so let's just put him on Overwatch. You hang out, and now we can end the turn. So we're going to be going up against 3 enemies here, one of them a strong enemy. Got him to face, and him to face. Let's see what happens. Our guys are still burning. We may lose it. Yeah, we lost a trooper here. We lost one of our troopers. Unit has fallen. I told you this was going to be a little bit harder battle. Ooh, our scout just took a lot of damage. But we triggered some Overwatch on this guy. Good. And he's not going to be able to reach us, so I'm going to keep pulling him back. And I attack with a 25% chance of hitting or put him on Overwatch. I'm going to put him on Overwatch. And we will move, let's move the APC back and see if the APC can actually hit him from where she's going to be. Nope. And we can't put her on Overwatch either. She's got a grenade, but it's got a very short range. Shoot. So she's not going to be able to do anything this turn. That's a waste of a good APC. Darn it. We'll take out this guy for sure on this turn. No line of sight for the purifier up there, but we can take this guy out. Okay, troopers down.
Enemy annihilated.
See if we can move this trooper up a lot. At least he's going to... This will at least distract the purifier. Oh, we've actually got a shot on him. 45% chance of hitting from here. He's behind cover and he's uphill. Missed. But that should get his attention. And maybe he'll just go after this one trooper here instead of the guys who are already hurt. Oh, shoot. We could have targeted... We could have put the targeting on him. We can. We can still hit him with a targeting field. And that'll last for 2 turns, so... Let's pull this wounded scout back. Hopefully he won't get destroyed. And let's move everybody else up. See if we can take advantage of the targeting field we put on this guy to actually take a shot at him. He's behind really good cover, but 90% chance to hit with the targeting field helping us out. With 1 shot. We hit him with 1 shot. Great. And now let's see what our hero can do from back here. No line of sight. He's got a line of sight and a 90% chance to hit. Yeah, hurt him a little bit. And then this guy will probably have no line of sight, and we can't move him any farther. Let's put him behind cover for now. This guy's just going to hang out and try to be safe. You're going to hang out and try to be safe. All right, Purifier, do your worst. Let's see what you got. All right, targeting one of my troopers, and then this melee unit's probably going to get a shot in on a flanking shot on our troopers there. That hurt a little bit. I'd rather have somebody else attack so that this unit doesn't get a melee Overwatch attack on us, but I don't think there's anybody. Well, maybe this guy can come over here and do 1 shot. Can you get 1 shot on him? You can. 40% chance to hit. Missed. All right, so it's on you guys now. This guy's going to get a melee shot on me if I try to move him away, and he's going to get a melee shot if I attack. I'd rather he attack the APC, so let's start with that. Yeah, hurt the APC a little bit, but this second shot should finish him off. All right.
Enemy eliminated.
Enemy eliminated. Good. We got 1 enemy left, and he's been targeted, remember, by our scout. So we should be able to finish him off here without too many problems. 2 shots on him, 1 grazed for 5 damage, 1 hit for 10. Let's get our hero up here. Should take 1 shot with a laser rifle for 7 damage, and you got a little bit of health left. You lucky bastard. And he's down. We are victorious.
Our forces are victorious.
Yes, they are. Well done, forces.
Objective completed.
Yay! And the Paragons are now a little bit closer to being our friends. Who treads there in the shadows of my throne, hiding like thieves? Come closer, into the light. Let me see your faces. Ah, it is you, the ones who claim to have returned from the spatial rift. That's the void. Tell me, soldier, what was the name and designation of your mission? He goes into la 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 la. Paragon says la la la. Oh, an apology. And they're not in great shape, but we've completed the objective of making them our friends, or at least establishing peaceful relations with them. We're not allies yet, but we completed that. They gave us a gift, which was one of their troopers, a Paragon guard, and we're at peace with them now. So if we continue appeasing them, eventually they will become our allies. And I think we're going to leave it at that, guys. Our first episode of Age of Wonders Planetfall. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it and want to see more of it. And I know that turn-based games aren't always that exciting, but I try to keep this moving along and keep it as exciting as possible. Thanks for watching, survivors. Stay safe.